Well, it's Rush Week on American Idol, and tonight was Ladies' Night. A lot of fun. The judges cut 5 ladies right off the top. They never even got to perform. In fact, only the top 13 are going to move on from here.
We also, this is what we're all waiting on, found out whether Gallatin's Ben Briley gets a chance to sing with the top men tomorrow night. More on Ben in just a moment, but first, let's welcome USA Today Idol blogger Brian Mansfield here to help us break down tonight's performances. A lot of good ones.
Let's start with Majesty Rose right off the top of the show tonight. Listen for a second, and then we'll find out what Brian thought.
Crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a ride.
Singing Happy tonight, Majesty Rose auditioned in Atlanta. She showed off guitar and playful vocals. What'd you think, Brian?
Well, first of all, the song choice was great because this is a song that's just now starting to climb the charts, so it shows that Idol is going in a much more contemporary direction. It was a great song choice for her. She cut a great figure on stage. If you get a close-up of her, you can see that her eyes and her smile just light the place up. See right there? And so this was one of the strongest performances of the night. Unfortunately, and it was the first one. Unfortunately, it kind of went downhill for a while after that.
Yeah, boy, it did for a while.
Did.
Let's check out now Emily Perez, who sang a Grace Potter song, really kind of hot.
Got me down on the floor. So what you bring me down here for?
What do you think, my friend? The judges were somewhat critical of her youthful, appearance and really how young she is and what that song was all about. It was pretty edgy.
Well, and it was one of the best vocal performances of the night, but she's one of a few singers tonight that when pressed on what the song was actually about, really didn't seem to understand it. And she just, because Harry Connick made her speak the lines to him about being down on the floor.
Oh.
And he questioned it.
Yeah, and she just sort of giggled awkwardly, and she's like, well, I kind of like the song, so I sang it. And
she could grow as an artist because she
could, but
yeah, we'll see.
That song just seemed out of
it's
place
always
for her.
nice to understand what you're singing.
Yeah, it does help with the translation.
So I believe it.
The last singer we were moved by was MK Nobilette. Take a listen to her.
How many times do I have to tell you that even when you're crying, you're beautiful too? The world is beating you down.
Smooth.
Really was, and she's one of the few singers tonight that really seemed to be more about singing what the song was about rather than showing off her voice. It was very understated, very restrained, and a completely different type of approach from what anybody else did. I really think she went from being kind of an underdog to being a serious contender tonight.
Well, it was fun. And, the producers made us wait till right to the end of the show to find out whether our local guy, Ben Briley, would be moving on. They said, yes, he moved ahead over Nico. I thought they made the right decision, but that's just me.
Well, but here's the big question. Last week he was considered not good enough to make a decision on for the top 15. Tomorrow night they're going to cut 5 guys before any of them sing. And if you couldn't decide on him for the top 15, how in the world do you let him into the top 10 after that?
Oh, I think
no, the spoiler alert.
I don't see them doing that.
I know what you're saying.
But that calls into question the
Logically.
entire judge's decision-making abilities. If they go, yeah, you're not really good enough for the top 15, but we're going to put you in the top 10.
But America voted him in.
They voted him into the top 15. They voted him in against one guy.
You guys tune in tomorrow night at 7 o'clock and we'll settle this thing.